Feel free to disagree, but I feel like we have come to a point where the bar has never been lower. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you wanted, you could live a life where you never leave your house. If that is your goal, you could make that a possibility. You could work a remote job, get food ordered to your place, get anything else that you need ordered to your house as well. And any entertainment that you want would also be accessible via phone or internet. And socializing in one way or another could be completely done virtually. And I don't know why someone would want to do that, but if you wanted to, you could make that a possibility. And that's just something that would never be possible before. So I find that very interesting. Another example is that the number one, don't quote me or fact check me, but the number one form of malnutrition is obesity, not starvation as of right now. So we live in an age of comfort and satisfaction that can be easily obtained, and a lot of the time it is in forms of immediate satisfaction rather than for long-term gains. And I think something I've been working on, but it's important to try to delay gratification and, obviously do that in smart ways or ways that will benefit you in the future as well as in the present. So yeah, face things that are challenging and work on yourself, because you can kind of fall into this trap of not having to worry about doing something challenging. It's kind of interesting that we live in an age where it's easier to have access to luxuries than it is to have access to necessities. And those might be things like, it might be because of things like, comparing yourself to others, where people prioritize things that aren't important, as in luxuries, over basic necessities. So, the other thing is with AI. Many people, it seems, have forgotten how to critically think for themselves, or do their own research. They often fall into having AI do homework for them, or use AI as a therapist, which might not be the best use of AI. But yeah, I find that very interesting, where it could be seen as a very unique time. The last thing I wanted to bring up was a quote that doesn't come from me, but it's also not the exact wording. But pretty much it goes as, it's never been easier to take action, but it's also never been easier to do nothing. So my question to you is, what are you going to do?